Welcome back to another video. I'm here again with the Swedish Streetlifting champion Albin Gordan, and today we're reacting to world records in streetlifting.
Yeah, I'm really excited. This is my thing.
This is his thing. Let's get into it.
Okay, let's get into it.
So first we have Col with 53 kg muscle up, and
which
this is
my main inspiration in all of streetlifting. Or when I started, it used to be my main inspiration.
Yeah. Okay, 53 kg muscle up.
Have you seen this one before?
Yeah, I have seen this plenty of times.
Of course. Love that. Incredible.
Nice.
It's so cool.
I love
it
that
looks
scream.
so easy. Yeah.
It's really easy. Let's watch it again.
Yeah. And he's one of the guys that actually he hypes himself up like that before.
Nice. Yeah, I love
So
that. I love that scream in the end.
Yeah. Like this is a perfect picture to have.
You know what this is? Let me show you one thing. This is where we got this idea of him.
Yeah, exactly. All top streetlifters with good muscle ups have that one.
Like if you watch it again, it seems like he's almost having a little chicken wing.
Yeah,
it's
sure,
like really on the edge.
too. I've watched some of his other videos, like in his competitions. The no rep that he most normally gets in the muscle up is the chicken wing, exactly.
Okay.
But this one was pretty close. Can you play it?
Let's watch it again.
Because the thing is that the elbows can't be uneven when overcoming the bar. And potentially, when he was with the elbows parallel level to the bar, horizontally, maybe it was okay. And just immediately after that, that's when his left shoulders goes over.
So if you do an uneven dip, then that's fine.
Yeah, that's fine, for sure.
Cool.
This is like the typical streetlifting technique. If you look at the size of his swing, I mean,
it's a really small swing.
It's a really small swing, which is pretty normal in streetlifting, that you try to have almost as small a swing as possible so that you pull as high as possible.
And also one interesting thing I want to ask you about is now he has the weights in front of his feet. What do you think about that?
I think that is really comfortable.
You do it
I
too?
think I do it too.
Okay, yeah.
And that's because that's when I feel like I have the most control over the weights. Okay. He doesn't do it now, but you can almost grip. Like if you point your feet forward, you can almost grip it under and you get a really good grip. Like Xavier Macias, the number one 94 streetlifter, does that. And yeah, I feel like it's more controlled because when you have it in between your feet, it can almost swing and change position.
I have actually tried it, but I have never managed to get the plates stay solid. How do you do to not make them move around?
I mean, it is a skill for sure. And the main thing is that the timing of the pull. Like if you pull too early, when you start pulling, the weights are gonna keep going forward. And then it will become a distance between the shins and the weights.
Yeah, okay.
But if you pull with a perfect timing, immediately when you start going backwards, then the weights will travel the same way as with you.
Yeah.
And the other thing is that if you do a really big transition, like you pull far away from the bar, then you go bang inside.
Yeah.
Then your legs will start swinging, and then it's hard. But if you do like Col here, he does a pretty short swing.
True.
Like he can control his legs, and so the weights will be kept on there.
But when I lose the weight is on the way down.
That's true.
When I do reps, if I do 3, 4, or 5 reps, I find it really difficult to have this type of setup.
For sure.
But if I do 1 rep, then it's perfect.
Yeah.
And then what I do is I twist the weight plates. You can see also on Para here, he has twisted rope.
Exactly.
And that's also for me really helpful.
To keep them in place for sure, because otherwise they want to twist back.
Yeah, they want to twist. Now we have Ludovic with 100 and Ludovic.
Let's say Ludovic.
Yeah, sorry. 120 kg pull up. Let's see.
Okay, this is muscle up first.
Like his style.
Yeah.
Okay.
Oof. That's insane.
Let's talk about his speed. He's going really fast. I know you've talked about speed before. I feel like most people, when they think of a 1RM, they think going slow and it's grinding and then boom, going up. But he was
yeah, for sure.
Like this.
That's actually what's interesting about pull-ups, is that I think that this is one of the lifts where
explosivity
matters, and how fast you're able to go in the beginning is gonna matter so much, because in the end range right here, you're gonna be so incredibly weak. So if there's a heavy weight, you're not gonna be able to grind through. But if you're able to build enough speed, you can use that speed to just overcome the bar.
You bring the momentum with you, kind of.
Exactly. That's actually one interesting thing which I have thought about a little bit, which I can't guarantee, but this is what I think. Ludo has incredibly long arms, very long arms. there's a principle in like physics, basically, like the longer time you have to build force, the more force you're able to build in total, so you're able to build more speed. So I wonder if that sort of helps him somehow, because he's such a long range of motion that he's able to build more speed, and then this somehow helps him lift more weight in the pull-up. One interesting thing about this lift is like, if you look at his grip, it looks like he's holding it in his fingers. Like if you go back a little bit.
Yeah, actually, I was also thinking, like, when you look at his grip, he's not having what most people have, like kind of like a semi-false grip.
Yeah, for sure.
Or at least when I do pull-ups, I have a little bit like my knuckles is pointing upwards.
Exactly.
Because that makes me both engaging my forearms a little bit more, but it also creates a little bit decreased range of motion. Like if I need to pull like this, or if I only need to pull like here, it's a little bit less range of motion.
Yeah. That's also because you increase the surface area where you're contacting the bar.
True.
Which is gonna make you a little bit stronger, basically. But you can't say much when somebody does 120.
I can do 120, so
no, me neither.
So the next one, it's Tonio with 187.5 kilo dip. Let's watch it.
Let's watch it.
Nice.
So easy.
Easy peasy. It really looked easy. He was really like going solid up, and his face expression is also like a small smile, and that's it.
But I think that Tonio, when he did his prep, I've watched like some Instagram like reel where it's like, I want to get the 200 kg dip. So I think that this might be the same competition where he tried 200. He just failed.
Yeah. Okay.
And so this was supposed to be like a warm up.
Yeah, I see. Yeah, so that was why he didn't make this world record face.
Yeah.
I know you also said something about, like, if you watch it again.
Yeah.
I know you said something about his like crunch in his upper body. So he's not crunching that
too much. It's very normal, like in streetlifting, that you do a bit bigger crunch, just so you get like a little bit better position for some with the chest and the shoulders, because you don't open up your chest or your shoulder joint as much. But he does not do that so much, and it also makes it so the weights don't move as far as a distance, so it's almost like a mix between an isometric hold and a dynamic movement. But if you look at his weights, they go pretty far up and down, and I think that's interesting because it really goes to show that there is many ways to dip, and there's not like obviously one that is supreme for everyone. You can do it in many different ways and become very strong. How do you dip? Do you do like
I do quite much bend in my hip, actually. I'm also opening up quite a lot because I'm so much stronger in my tricep, so I kind of use my triceps so much more than my chest and shoulders. So I'm really tricep dominant in my dips, and that's just because I'm stronger in triceps, so I will get more out from that.
So you try to open up more.
Yeah, I like open up like this, so I go down and then
I go like this, and that is all tricep.
Yeah, all tricep.
But you have a huge chest though, that's great.
Yeah, but my chest is only for the look. Next one, we have John Makula with 310 kgs of back squats. That's insane. So all of these four are the male overall records from final rep competitions. Alright, let's watch it.
Okay.
Cynics for the panic, mental problems, you can add it. Multi-million own business, you just signed a deal, right? 3 years past, still broken, you ain't paid up. Dollars I ain't touched yet, burning for the fuck of
That's nice. It looks like he had more in the tank as well.
Yeah, but that was a little bit more what I thought, like in comparison to the pull-ups. This was more like a grind. Maybe he had even maybe 315.
What did he do now? 310?
310, yeah.
Yeah, 315, 320 maybe, for sure.
Because he was also quite deep, I feel. Like he went down to the perfect depth and then like a little bit deeper, almost as he got the bounce.
But also I feel like it's not the peak for him. And like this is an incredible squat, but if we look at powerlifting,
there is more.
There is so much more. Like the other day in Sheffield, there was a minus 73 guy named Austin Perkins who did 341 kg squats.
Wow.
And so I think that in streetlifting, like this is insane. I can't squat this much, but we're gonna see a lot heavier lifts
in future. In a couple of years, 100%. Let's move over to the female records. First up, we have Martha with 31.5 kg muscle up.
That's insane, actually.
So first 30. 31.5, there we have it.
That's insane.
Yeah, that was a really great grind too.
I haven't really thought about that before when I saw the ring muscle up. She started with her head back, you know?
Yeah.
Like very much like this. And what that does is like it makes it so that your center of mass is further out. So you pull usually a bit further out. And then she did the really quick.
Yeah, she was really quick in the transition.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So it's almost like she was all the way back here, and then she used like that extra range of motion in the abs to like it make the transition easier.
That was actually how I did my bar muscle ups before.
Oh yeah.
I came like really far back, and then I really kind of like explosively threw myself on the bar, and that was my way to get over the transition. But now I pull more closely to the bar, and that's because when I did that technique before, I also used a lot of like kipping from my arch. So I arched and then tension. So I arched tension, and that made me get that moment, as you said, from the abs. Okay, next one, chin up, also from Marta. Let's see.
Also from Marta, she's the goat.
Yeah, she's she's having all of the records.
Yeah.
Okay, let's watch it. 62.75 kg. Wow. Nice.
That's insane.
That's insane.
That's insane.
But also there's one thing, like what I tell my clients that I coach is that when you are up here and feel like now I have no more energy left, I would rather go down than like try to get up and risk a downward motion no rep. Because sometimes what I've seen is that people get up, they have their chin above the bar, but they think that they're not above the bar, so they kind of like try to get even higher, and then they get no rep because of downward motion when they were actually above the bar from the beginning.
But that should be approved, I think. I feel like that should be like the wrong judging.
You mean like if you're already
above the bar, then you've made the lift and you can't do downward motion after.
Yeah, that would make sense.
Judging. But she kind of did grind on that one.
She did a really good grind, yeah.
This is a very different lift, like if we look at the speed of it.
Yeah, if you compare it to Ludovic, The next one, 85 kg dip of Sarah. Let's see.
Let's see it.
She also has the record in squats.
Oh, she does?
Yeah, squats and dips.
So this is like the lower body dominant and the upper body world championship.
Yeah, it's really like Marta is the upper body queen, and Sarah is the like
the lower body
and dip queen.
Yeah.
Okay, now let's see.
The pull and the push.
Here was it.
She has a lot of muscle.
Okay, let's see.
Oh, that's 85. That's easy too. What?
That was 85.
That's insane. Crazy.
She was really deep and really fast. It looked like she could do like 3 reps on that.
At least.
And this was a world record, remember?
That's crazy.
Like an overall world record.
But I feel like a lot of world records really look like that.
They do.
They always have something in the tank.
And also, I said, like, she was going really deep. Like, she could have 1 or 2 centimeters less. At least what it looks like from this angle. And then, also the speed she goes up with is really crazy.
It's insane. But I also like that sort of mindset. Like, if you always go just perfect, sometimes you're gonna be not valid. Sometimes you are gonna be valid. So it's a good like thing to like make sure that you're always deep enough.
Yeah, I usually always tell my athletes that if you can have like a perfect depth consistently, then that's good. But if you can't hit this perfect depth, and when I say perfect depth, I mean like just below, so that the judge can clearly see it's valid but it's not too deep. Only do that if you can hit it consistently.
For sure.
Like at least 9 out of 10 times. If you have only 5 out of 10 times, then I would go for a little bit deeper.
Yeah, just
because you win so much more from that. Yeah, because if you get no reps, then you will basically be out of the competition if you don't make all 3 like any 3 of them.
But I'm curious if this was like her 3rd attempt.
Okay, 85. So 80 kg opener, then 85.
And then she jumped to 95.
What the fuck?
Wow.
From 85 as a world record to 95.
That's a big jump. But honestly, based on how that 85 moved, I would think that she has 100 kg.
Yeah, true. Yeah. Like she has it in her. Yeah. Let's see the squat also from Sarah. Okay, the squat. 180 kg.
That's also really strong. Nice, also deep.
Yeah.
Easy. Very nice.
Yeah, also really deep. Like there's no discussion about the depth.
About the depth on that one, no, for sure. That was just super clean. A really clean lift. It looks like she almost twisted a little bit at the end, but it's also really hard to control, like when you have all the weight on your back.
Yeah, and 180 is a lot of weight. That was a good ending. Ending with 180. She opened with 170, and then she failed 180 once, and then went for it again. So this was also her second try, which is really yeah.
And that probably means that like it must have been like a mindset thing, don't you think?
Yeah, and I don't know the cause of the no rep on the first one. Maybe she could go for 185 or something more. And the thing with Sarah is, I know she's competing in freestyle, and she's been competing in so
in freestyle.
Yeah, I don't know if she's a freestyle athlete from the beginning or a streetlifting athlete from the beginning.
Wow.
But I know she's competing because I know her from freestyle.
Yeah.
And then I was like, oh, she's competing in streetlifting too.
That's insane.
Yeah.
And that really
so she's
goes
a
to
really
show,
like complete athlete.
That really goes to show you can really train your lower body a lot.
Yeah.
And still be a good freestyle athlete.
And also at the same time strong, because she has the world record in pull-ups in her weight class. So she's also not only strong in legs and dips, she's also strong in pull-ups and muscle-ups and freestyle.
Yeah.
So she's a really complete athlete. That's really insane.
That's the thing with squat also. It's one of the lifts where you can, in difference to like the pull-up, where you can use the speed to overcome the bar with your chin, you can really grind a lot in this lift. It takes a lot of experience, also a really strong mindset to be able to like, okay, the bar moves 1 centimeter every second, and you just keep grinding and keep grinding.
Yeah, the same way you need to train your body to push harder, you also need to practice your brain and make that also being able to push harder.
Exactly.
That's also something I always say, that you can push so much more than you think. You just need to actually see your own limits and test your own limits. That's something you learn, I would say. That was the reaction to the world records. It was the 4 male overall records and the 4 female overall records. Cool thing with this is that I would say in a few years, I think all of this will be broken. And that's, if we look at the history, the sport is really growing fast, and it will be cool to see what these records are in 2 years. And maybe we can do a new video then.
Yeah, for sure. No, I'm definitely agree. Maybe even this year.
For sure. Will you break any?
In a couple of years, hopefully.
Yeah, cool. See you in a couple of years.
Yeah, okay.
Nice.